Hello and welcome to another ROFFS update of the ocean conditions using sea surface temperature and ocean color chlorophyll imagery from September 24th through 25th, 2023. Overall, we have seen some cooling sea surface temperatures with the recent weather pushing through the area. That said, we have observed some very favorable conditions with plenty of eddies circulating favorable blue water inshore through the area. Starting to the south, we've observed a relatively large rotation here off of Key West, circulating some favorable Gulf Stream associated water inshore. Extending north, we did have some trouble with clouds, which are generally white in these images. Looking north to the northern Florida, central Florida area, we can see a nice eddy here off of the Cape Canaveral to St. Augustine area. Looking north, some clouds, overall relatively stable conditions though. Through this area, extending from Savannah to Georgetown, and then a relatively large eddy here off of the Cape Fear to Georgetown area, certainly indicating favorable conditions, as well as a relatively large eddy here off of the Cape Lookout area, and then what appears to be a small rotation here south of Cape Hatteras, and relatively stable Gulf Stream conditions extending north from Cape Hatteras. Looking at the associated chlorophyll data, we did have a little bit more clouds as the chlorophyll data is only taken during the afternoon. But we can, however, confirm and see this nice circulation here off of the Keys with this favorable water extending southwest and inshore, and then a relatively large filament of green water extending to the east, pushing the Gulf Stream south. To the north, we did have some trouble seeing the area with clouds, with a relatively strong Gulf Stream edge offshore and what appears to be some circulation inshore with this more blended water, and then greener water extending to the northeast, indicating an eddy in the area. To the north, again, we can see this cleaner water extend inshore with the Gulf Stream edge a little bit further offshore. We can clearly see the relatively large eddy here off of Cape Fear to Georgetown, circulating some nice water inshore to the south, as well as to the north off of Cape Lookout here. Some nice conditions. It appears that also another feature here, and then extending north, from Cape Lookout, relatively stable conditions here. With that, as always.